I am one of the biggest video game fans ever, believe it or not. And growing up, I used to play a lot of Smash Bros. Which bearing the question for me, and Mario Party 2, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and I'd always wanted to know about the characters. But it came to Mario Party 3 when it got my attention. I was intrigued by Waluigi because I heard Wario was just a bad Mario. And they made WarioWare, or I think it's Wario World anyway. But I played the one on the Game Boy Advance. I think it's Wario World 4. But I loved that game. I think that was the best game on the Game Boy Advance there was, if I'm being honest. But the thing is, like, I got to know Wario, what his powers were, all that kind of stuff before I knew to play him. Like, I wouldn't want to play as certain people. I guess I didn't want to be Ganondorf because I knew he was a bad guy. It also shapes the identity, and I mean, some people actually didn't know Samus was a girl, believe it or not. I didn't know that myself. But I got to play the Metroid games. I thought they were hard when I was younger, but after I played them, I loved them. And the thing is, like, Super Smash Bros. Has brought some fan bases towards other games. I mean, a lot of people like NES, but the thing is, like, they don't make Earthbound games anymore. And I think they could make more of them, like for the Nintendo Switch. But I see why they don't really do it because it's how you say RPG. But I think like they don't have to make it an RPG. They can make it an adventure game like Kirby. And I love those adventure games because it shows what kind of world these fictional video game characters live, like Kirby. And you get to know the villains, all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, Kirby for the N64 was awful. I think we can all agree on that. I think what I didn't like was on the N64 controller, like you can only press the gray button, not the joystick, to go back and forth, and you didn't get to move around. It was basically straightforward, and you didn't get to explore. Speaking of which, Fire Emblem would be another game I think that could succeed. Except, like, what I think they can do with this game, with all their characters, because there's so many. You got Ike, Marth, and Roy. That being said, it'd be cool if they had their own storyline, sort of like Sonic Adventure DX, or if you know what I mean. And you give it that Zelda-like feel, and give them their own world, their story, going forward, going in, that kind of thing. And I don't know if they could. I mean, it's up to them if they want to make an RPG, but I remember though, like in Super Smash Bros. Melee, when I remember I was always looking through the trophies, seeing where these video game characters came from. Like, I noticed Marth and Roy, and it said Fire Emblem in brackets Japan only. And right after I saw that, I'm just like, damn, I want to play this game. And then they made some for the Game Boy Advance, and I actually got my hands on the game. I didn't really play much of it because I was all about the open 3D world as the reason I got into video games was because of Mario 64. Like, that is probably in my top tier video games, if I'm being 100% honest. And I think that's what they need to do more of with these video games. Like, if they want to bring them back, and I mean, Nintendo wants to make money, they should look into this. Speaking of which, Ice Climbers, like, you don't really know much about them, but I think they can make a solid comeback. Like, the game was really good, and I think if they bring it back to the Switch, it'll be a massive hit. Like, I mean, look what they're doing with Donkey Kong Country. I mean, you can't top the first one. Not even the N64 one can top the SNES one. That game was revolutionary. But, this is another one that bears a question. Like, I was talking about Waluigi, but this is, I mean, they should give him his own video game. Like, you have, like, Luigi's Mansion, Wario World, WarioWare even, and you have all the Mario games. I mean, it'd be cool if they did, like, a Wario and Waluigi kind of thing, like the Super Mario Bros. Or the Super Wario Bros. I don't know. I think that would actually be interesting because it's kind of like an opposite, or maybe have like two ends of it. Like, you have Mario and Luigi and Wario and Waluigi. I mean, it's also funny because Daisy did make her appearance in the old Mario, but like, I always wondered like what the purpose of Daisy was, if it wasn't Peach. But I mean, how do I say that? I mean, I do know, but it's like, I haven't seen Daisy except in Smash Bros. Because, like, Super Smash Bros., like, they can show a stronger side to the characters. Like, I'm trying to think of another one, like, I'm trying to think of one that comes off the top of my head. I mean, the Star Fox games, I guess, were really good games. Like, Star Fox 64 is my favorite personally, and I mean, the SNES one was a total game changer. But, I mean, the last Star Fox game I really enjoyed was Star Fox Assault. Star Fox Adventures I didn't really like, but the story was it was supposed to be an N64 game. It was like about dinosaurs or something. I can't think of it. But after they decided to scrap it for the N64, they decided to merge it with Star Fox. And I remember playing it, and I didn't really enjoy it. But when I played Star Fox Assault, you got to know the characters more. You got to know Fox. You got to know Falco. You got to know Slippy. You got to know... Okay, I can't think of the alien girl from Star Fox Adventures name, but you know, you get my idea. But, anywho, my idea for a Waluigi video game would be like... I think about how Mario's a plumber, and Luigi's like handyman service, and... I always had the impression, I didn't really know what Wario was, but I always envisioned Wario and Waluigi to be auto mechanics. So I'm thinking, like, they could do something around that, which is sort of the idea I had. Like, maybe they, like, the bad guy is basically, how do you say it? Just leaving bolts everywhere, nuts and bolts and tires and stuff like that. And maybe, like, they can run on a tire to get extra speed that's on the ground, and then when it loses track, it's basically, it's put aside. It's sort of, I mean, no one has to agree with me on that. I was just thinking about it. But here's a really big one I thought about was, so the reason I don't like some Mario games, like, I will admit they're incredible, like Super Mario Wonder, I've beaten the game. Except my issue with it is they put it in a 2D screen, 2D setting. Like, it's not, like, it is 3D, but, like, you can only move like this. It's not open world like Mario 64. And I think once they did Mario 64, they should have focused more on the open worlds, that kind of thing. Like Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey. Because, like, I think they should make, like, I'd love to see more levels. And maybe see people create them. Like, sort of like Mario Maker, except 3D. But I think about, I never got into Minecraft as much as I should have, but I think they can make something like Minecraft in Mario or even Pokemon. Like, have an open world that just goes on forever. And I think it'd be cool if they did that with Pokemon, because as the player plays more levels, like, it's not going to be like Pokemon Go. It's going to be like on the Switch, and they explore and they collect Pokemon and they explore other worlds, and they can do RPGs on there too against other users. Like, it should just be called Pokemon World, just in general. Or Mario World would be my two ideas. And maybe you can customize your characters too. Like, if you want to make your character like Mario, you can just, like, do a Mario without a mustache, even, that kind of thing. Sort of like how Mario Odyssey did it in that way. Like, you can be the Mario 64 version. I think the viewer here is getting this. But yeah, I think my point here is what got me was, like, I didn't know much about the characters. Like, they were just like add-ins. Like, there was also Plum from Mario Golf. Like, you would just see all these other characters that didn't have much of a backstory. I mean, the only one I would be amazed if they brought back was Mr. Game & Watch. I'm not gonna, like, be over, how would you say it, like, I wouldn't be that excited to see him. I'd just be amazed if they managed to find a way to bring him back. But I'm trying to think of another one. I'm just trying to picture Super Smash Bros. But hey, who's an unlockable character? I mean, I could say Mewtwo, but that's a dumb answer in this scenario. But I think you get this already. Or actually, I do have the game right here. So let's see. Who did I not know? Well, there's the Mii characters. There's Yoshi. I mean, they already made another Yoshi story, but I guess, trying to think of this guy's name right here. But yeah, like they could make another video game for this guy right here. Jeez, I've missed out on a lot of these games. It's hilarious. I'm just a late millennial, but anywho, this was just my suggestion because I would love to see more of these ideas. I think I'd love to see the world these programmers create. I kind of wish like they had like a Waluigi game for the GameCube. I think that's where they could have made another character, made more money. That's my suggestion anyway. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it. Feel free to subscribe. I mean, I'm not the boss of you, but it would really help me. Thank you for watching.